Can you imagine waking up tomorrow, looking at your bank account, and seeing your first $10,000 month sitting right there, live in black and white? Now, can you imagine doing that, and you know damn well you ain't got a degree? Because see, that's what they preach. They preach for you, go to school, get good grades, so you can go to college, so you can get a better job. Now, that's the difference between a 4-year university and a 4-year Ivy League school. And the only reason why I say that is because my son, who lives in Vegas, him and his family was walking on the strip one day, and there was a couple guys that stopped him. By the way, my son is a Kappa. And they had stopped and they had asked that question. So he had posed the question to the family. And then there was a lot of backlash behind that question. What's the difference? So the question basically stated that, what's the difference between a 4-year university and a 4-year Ivy League school? And him being him, he's very intelligent. This is the oldest. He's very intelligent. And he says the difference is at a 4-year university, or he didn't have the answer. I'm sorry. He was baffled by it. The guys had said that the difference between a 4-year university and a 4-year Ivy League school is this. The university, just like in high school, now think about it, because it's going to be a lot of people that's going to debut this. But what he said is the gentleman had said that the difference was at a 4-year university, they tell you to go to school, get good grades, so they can then say you can get a better job. They even say that in high school. Go to school, get good grades so you can go to college. And then it's go to school, get good grades so you can get a better job. As to where Ivy League school comes in and says they want you to go to school, get good grades so you can start the company to hire the 4-year university people. Because see, Ivy League schools sit up on the upper echelon, right? They're the cream of the crop. They're the creme de la creme. So can you imagine? You're not an Ivy League graduate. You don't even have a degree, but you're waking up with $10K a month sitting in your bank account. You looking at it like, wow, I did that. Now, you don't have that degree, remember? You have not many years of experience, and you haven't spent thousands of dollars on a coaching course or even with consultants. Now, that sounds like that American dream. We ain't going to say it, but it sounds like the American dream, correct? It sounds like the dream. It's not an American dream. It sounds like the dream across the world. Everybody's pushing to have that financial freedom. But here's the thing. Most people will never get there. Not because they don't have what it takes, but because they believe the biggest lie about making money online. Or should I say, they believe the biggest lie is about making money online. When the truth is, you don't need experience, fancy skills, or even a ton of time to start a 6-figure business. You just need one simple thing. And today, as usual, over here at the Solopreneur Chronicles, baby, we're going to break that down in a step-by-step monologue. Grab your pen and pad, baby. It's time to get to work. It's time to get to work.
Welcome to the Solopreneur Chronicles Podcast. the show where solopreneurs like you learn how to ignite, ascend, and empower a one-person business that works for you, not the other way around. Each week, your host, Anthony Porter, will bring you actionable strategies, real-life stories, and expert insights to help you attract clients, create consistent content, and turn your passion into profit. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, this is your go-to resource for making big things happen on your own terms. If you're ready to ditch the overwhelm and build a business that fits your life, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Solopreneur Chronicles Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Anthony Porter. Today's episode, we are going to start breaking down the myth that you need years of experience to build a successful business. Now, if you're a solopreneur who's been sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else get theirs and do what they do, overthinking your next move, or convinced yourself that successful situations is the reverse for those who already have figured it out, that don't work for me. I don't need you to figure it out. I'm going to tell you straight off the top. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to talk about in today's episode. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly how to start that money-making business online without prior experience, expensive courses, or even a huge following. You ready? Grab your pen and pad because we about to dive in, put that scuba gear on, get you a drink, and let's get cracking. Now, there are 5 key steps to a 6-figure business without experience. That's 5 of them. We're going to break those down. We're going to try to make it as simple as short as possible, simple as sweet as possible. But I want you to understand something. After over 20 plus years of just being in business and being around business-minded people, you got to understand that these steps, it took me a while to understand it, but these steps is very important. So let's jump into this, man. Step number 1. Because first of all, let me say this before we go any further. Subscribe to the podcast. This podcast not only helps you, but it helps others that you might know build a 6 to 7-figure lifestyle of a one-person empire without doing all of the unnecessary BS. All right? Now, if you by any chance really need to, let's get to 500. So it starts today. Subscribe to the podcast. All right, now let's get back to the regularly scheduled program, which is this podcast. I'm having a little fun today, All right, so find a skill you can monetize in 30 days. That's step number 1. Find something you can monetize in 30 days. You don't need a degree to do that. You need a solution. And you are going to hear this time and time again until it resonates inside of you. Most of the episodes that are previously on the podcast and probably moving forward, we're going to talk about pain points. We're going to talk about solutions. You need a solution. People are already paying for it. So the easiest way is skill stacking. Combine 2 basic skills, 2 of them, to create something very unique. So, what are those basic skills you can combine? If you're decent at writing, learn copyright for social media. You like chatting with people? Start a client closing service business. If you enjoy making videos, offer short form content editing for brands. All 3 of those go into 1. All 3 of them. See, what a lot of people don't understand is short form and long term content is very important when it comes to your brand, because see, you can educate, you can validate, And then you can have all your action points take place, right? So, remember, learn copywriting for social media. Start a client closing service and offer short form content editing for brands. If you haven't paid attention, Super Bowl just went off, and there's a lot of speculation. We're not here to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is this. The Super Bowl commercials. When you do your research, it's probably $30 million just production itself. That's not including paying actors and getting stuff cleared. It's $30 million. But if you can master the 2 of the 3 of these particular skills, and brand deals can use social media and pay you a fraction of what they're paying to have these on TV for 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds on Instagram. Put it this way, they're paying $30 million. They can give you $500,000. You would take the $500,000 because at that particular point you really don't know. You'll take a couple thousand, you don't know. All they want you to do is put it on your platform. Hey, for a month, I'm gonna charge you $10K. I know you paying $1 million to be in the Super Bowl lineup. I'll take $10K for that month. That's what they do. They are more than happy to get you and a few other influencers. That way they are reaching so many different audiences. It doesn't hurt their pockets. The marketing budget is already budgeted for the year, specifically for Super Bowl ads and whatever else product they're getting ready to come out. They're planning now what they're going to do in 2026. So learn those skills, all right, that you can monetize in 30 days. You can monetize something in 30 days. That's even better. All right. Step number 2. Choose a business model that works today. I say that again. Choose a business model that works today. Those business models consist of service-based businesses. That's the fast way to cash. Freelancing, coaching, consulting, digital products. Digital products is really where it's at. Ebooks, templates, and courses. And then affiliate marketing. Promote the tools that you use and love. And see, here's why this is so important. The fastest way is a service base, right? So why is that the fastest way? Because you can do like freelancing and coaching and consulting and charge $1,500. 10 clients, you at 6 figures. That's the reason why that's the fastest way. I'm not saying that your services is that way, but what I'm saying is this. You can charge $1,500 for one-on-one coaching, one-on-one consulting. You get 10 clients, you've already made your 6 figures. All right, now you can set up packages. If you get 10 clients at $1,500 a client, and you do, say, your packages include 6 months of coaching, that's $1,500 a month. You've made your yearly salary as a individual now in 6 months, and you got 6 months you can go do whatever. It's a no-brainer. But you have to be good at what you do, and you have to, you have to make headway. Launch number 3. Let me say this. Number 3. Launch without a website or ads. See, most people overcomplicate things. The only thing you need is a simple offer and a way to take payments. And then that makes it the MVP method. Make an offer, validate demand, and sell before you build. Now we use Instagram, DMs, ManyChat, and things like that, along with emails to land our first client. So we're let me say this. Right now, I'm putting together a checklist because one thing, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Shameless plug. Every business, every creator, every service-based freelancer, coach, everybody needs a podcast. And again, there's going to be some rebuttal to this. They're going to say, well, isn't it going to make the market saturated? No, it's not. Does the news make the market saturated? You got CNBC News, you got NBC News, you got CBS News, you got the World News, the International News. Everybody reports the same thing, but with different deliveries. Not everybody's going to be reporting the same content. So it's never oversaturated. It's about delivery. It's about performance. It's about value. It's about making sure you educate, entertain, and deliver. So again, working on the checklist to starting a podcast. Every solopreneur needs one. In your niche. And before I move on to step number 4, here is why it's so important. See, the thing is, a lot of people don't realize, I never knew you could make money with wood products. Over the last year and a half, 2 years, I've met so many people who handcraft wood toys for Christmas. 7 figures. Like, God, I didn't know that. I'm from Kentucky, so there are people who take old whiskey barrels, old bourbon barrels, and cut the tops off. I was literally in Hobby Lobby one night, and there's a couple in there that was looking for an engraver. And the guy, we were standing there chopping it up, and he said he makes tabletops out of the old whiskey barrels. $150 a design. He's doing whatever you want on there. Then he stains it, he sands it, he stains it, he shellacks it. $150. At that particular point in time, his engraver had gone out, and he was on barrel 20. So he had to run out to Hobby Lobby to get an engraver. So shout out to Hobby Lobby for having one for that gentleman. So at that time I was working, and I go into work, and there's this guy that I'm real, cool with. We talk about things, and he does the exact same thing. And I'm like, hey man, you ever thought about that? He was like, man, I was watching you on your video. You talking about affiliate marketing. I said, yeah. And my eyes lit up, and I said, here's the reason why when you bring that up, it's so important to me. I literally was doing a ClickBank affiliate marketing campaign, and one of the things that I could promote was a course on handcrafted wood objects. When I looked at the gravity, and the gravity tells you how many people have purchased that particular affiliate course, it was through the roof. So me being me, I'm always curious. Reached out to the seller, and he was like, man, I don't mind sharing. I'm at 8 figures. From selling a course on wood making? He was like, yeah, you'd be surprised. He's like, you got people who are interested in building birdhouses or dog houses or tables or chessboard. I'm like, wow, he's right. 8 figures. Or was it 7? I'm sorry. Might have been 7. It was 7 figures. I'm sorry. It was 7 figures. I'm sorry. I over-exaggerated that. But just to know, he overexerted the 6 and went to 7. So I was really blown away. So that led me to think, okay, if he could do this, I could do this, and I could flip this, and I could do that. It works for me. All right. So step number 4 is to get your first client in 7 days. The easiest way is to leverage your existing network. If you already have social media, leverage it. If you have a small following, leverage it. See, a lot of people post on Instagram photos, they're posing and they're throwing up deuces and they showing their little legs. You know, the average young lady pose, and then the average male pose, they standing there smirking, arms crossed, or they kneeling down with the deuces, two deuces pointed down like in a W. But nobody knows that you have a business, because guess what? You don't talk about it. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Snapchat. Every one of them now are magnets for business. Think about this. How's anyone going to know that you're a course creator, content creator, a business owner, if you're not talking about it? You want people to talk about it, but if you're not talking about it, how are they going to know? So this is how you find people in your network, and you start to work on the offer. Now, one of the first offers I ever made, I gave away for free because I wanted to see how I was going to do. So I tapped in with a couple friends, 10 of them, got some feedback, tweaked the offer, never looked back. See, they got theirs for free. So I said, I decided to give it away for free. So I gave it away for free. That was my first marketing lesson from Russell Brunson. Give away something for free. And once I gave it away, I was like, man, that's deep. Like, I gave this away. I built a little email list, and I probably only had about 150 people on there. That 150 people became my network. My network was the ones that purchased. And once they purchased, I never looked back. So then I decided to keep that business over there, Wicked A Candles, and I decided to start podcasting, and it's the exact same thing. All of these fit every business model. You just have to implement it. And while you're implementing, you need to have a email strategy to book your first 3 clients. See, the consistency is value and ask. It's the consistency. It's the curiosity. It's value. And then it's the ask method. And that's how you do it, man. You spark curiosity. You give them value, and then you ask them. Which leads us into number 5, because then after you get all of this done, it's time to scale your 6 figures. Scale the 6 figures with one system. So the secret isn't doing more, it's refining what works. A lot of people want to add on. Listen, there's this thing called the 5 Ones. Mark Russell talks about it. Maria Winthrop talks about it. Every entrepreneur who's successful does this. They focus on 5 ones. It's the first step to $1 million. You focus on one product, one platform, one audience, target audience. It's one platform, one target audience, one traffic source, one offer for 1 year. I had a brain fart and I had to go back to make sure I say that right. So you get one platform. So if it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, it's one platform, one target audience. Know who your target audience is. You got one offer. Whatever you pitching, you got one offer. That's your core offer. One platform, one audience, one offer, one traffic source, whether it's paid ads or it's organic ads, but you focus on that for 1 year. And then that helps you with this next thing. It's called the 3-step scaling plan. It's people raise prices, double your rates every 3 months until they say no. So if you start out with a course and you start out at $299 and you might want to raise it to $499, and next thing you know, you want to raise it to $999. And then if you raise it to $1,500 and they say no, you leave the $1,500 and then you turn around. It's like $1,597. We're going to say $1,597. And then you turn around and you the secret is you say $15.97, you cross it out, and then you go back down to where you started at, and people will go crazy. Automate your lead flow. Set up a simple funnel. Use IGDMs. And then you create an offer stack of digital products to increase your revenue. That's it. That's how you do it. That's the way it is, and that's how it goes. All right. So, I think we got that out of the way. I hope you gained some pure value from that. Because like I said, we're doing a checklist coming up. Also, in March, with the checklist, we're working on the toolkit, the beginner's toolkit for podcasting. It's going to be value packed. It's going to be very intriguing. It's not going to leave you stranded for anything. All right. So we just want to let you know. I'm going to leave the email down below. That way you can get on the wait list. And you can start to think about building your podcast the right way. Right now, they showing stuff on like TikTok Shop, and I'm not knocking it. That's how I started. But what I realized was the audio quality just wasn't as good. We'll break down, give you the free stuff for those who need to start off that's on a budget. Those who have a little money and you want to start, we'll give you the paid stuff. All of this information is going to be in the toolkit. Everything you're going to need, how to be successful, start a 6 to 7 figure podcast. Now, we're going to talk about these 5 tips real quick. Tip number 1, pick one service and solve a problem for people already who want to pay. Number 2, make a simple offer and post it about 5 times. Make a simple sample offer and post it about 5 times a week. Number 3, use DMs and emails to reach 10 people a day. Offer free value first. Number 4, charge for your first client within 7 days. Don't wait. Once you get to listen, charge them. It sets the precedent. And then once you hit 3K a month, package your experiences into a digital product. Don't wait for perfection. Please don't, because every time you wait for perfection, it becomes a problem and you will miss out. Action is always needed. Now, you always want to say this. This is my diary entry. I want to talk to you about this real quick. You know, I always like to keep it real with people. So I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to show you something of my own journey. When I first started my online business, I wasted months overthinking. I still overthink. I know I got systems in place now to help me not overthink. I thought I needed to have a major website with major branding with the perfect offer. Meanwhile, I watched others make money doing less than what I knew and how to do it. When I first got into this and learning from Russell Brunson, I was a sponge. I was absorbing. I'm watching people make more money than me because I kept overthinking. I need to tweak this. So just be careful. So it finally clicked when I reached out to one of Russell's team. And they said, sell what you already know and refine it later. And then I joined a couple other courses like Miss Maria Wendell, Markel Russell. Funny thing is, they said the exact same thing. So I posted a simple offer on Instagram, landed my first client within 48 hours, and made $500 before I even had a website for podcasting. I learned so much. So that single shift took me from stuck to scaling. Here's the challenge. Take one step at a time forward. So I need you to do that. Take one step forward today. Post your offer, send 10 DMs, or book 10 calls. Either way. Be very clear. That means have clarity. Because from your actions, that will help you scale. And nothing is going to help you scale if you're sitting there on your own ideas. All right. Now, that about wraps this up. So here's what I need you to think about this. Today's takeaways is this. You don't need experience to start a business. You just need a skill people need. The fastest way to make money is service-based offers. Freelancing, coaching, consulting. And then take action over perfection. Start before you are ready. Now, if you felt the value in this episode, do me a favor. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. It helps more solopreneurs find the show. That's what we want to do. If you want to get some more of those resources, right now, the blog is open. So head on over to Solopreneur Chronicles Podcast.com. Check out those resources because the blog is open. We dive, like this episode will have a blog post that's going to dive a little deeper into what we discussed. And then check out YouTube. On YouTube, we're trying to get to 500. So we put a lot of value. We're starting to put a lot of valuable videos up on YouTube. We'll get ready to do a traffic series within the next 7 days. Yeah. We're going to do a traffic series. We're going to talk about how to use traffic. We're going to talk about email marketing. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about podcasting for one. All right. But just head on over, subscribe. I want to get to 500 That's my goal. I just want to reach 500. But I need everybody to jump on over to the Solopreneur Chronicles Podcast YouTube channel and subscribe. And share the episode. Share the videos. Let's build a community. Because if I can help you build your community, then that's going to make things easier for you. Because see, once you start to understand what's going on, and if you have a product, a service-based business, or something you're selling, you become an authority figure in your niche. That's what these videos are about. It's value. All right. So until next time, I want to say thanks for hanging out with me today. Keep taking action, keep building, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. We out of here. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the Solopreneurs Chronicles podcast. I hope today's episode gave you the insights and inspiration you need to take the next step in your business journey. If you enjoyed the show, do me a favor, subscribe, leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and share this episode with a fellow solopreneur. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach more people just like you. Let's thank our producers of the show, Sincere and Charlie Straughter, Rhea Cash and Theory Porter. So don't forget, for more tips, tools and resources, subscribe to the show. So just keep building, keep growing, and I'll see you next time.